Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when this video finds you. Let's come into a seated, easy meditation pose. Left foot comes in front of your hips and right foot comes right in front of that left foot. Straighten out that spine, hold those shoulders back, bring that belly in so that our spine is straight. Lifting up that chin just a little bit. So our palms are either going to face Mother Earth below us to receive that loving energy, Mother Earth grounding energy from below us, or our palms are facing up to receive that pranayama, life force, receiving energy from the universe. Pointer fingers and thumbs come to touch each other, whichever one you choose, starting to close your eyes. Inhale in through the nose. And then exhale out. Start to set your intention and what you would like to receive out of today's class. Would you like to focus on a body part that you haven't paid attention to in a while? Do you want to focus more on flexibility, strengthening, balance? Do you want to focus more on increasing focus, or how long your breath is? Are you in the middle of manifesting something? You want to focus your energy on manifesting that thing? Taking a nice deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale out, maybe a sigh for a release. Taking a deep inhale in once you have your intention through the nose, joining me for one round of Om, the sound of the universe. Inhaling through the nose. Bringing your palms together, bowing your forehead down. Namaste. The light within me sees the light within you. Let's go ahead and cartwheel our hands over to the front of the mat, coming into a extended child's pose. Big toes come to touch each other. Inhale in, belly button to the front of the mat, chin lifted up, shoulders held back. Exhale, hips reach to your heels behind you, extending your arms and hands out in front of you. Forehead comes down to the mat. Extended child pose, closing your eyes, focusing on manifesting that thing or focusing on your intention. We'll take about 5 breaths here. If you'd like to receive more energy, maybe your palms come together and your palms reach above your head. Thumbs reach for the back of your neck, receiving that energy, entering it through your body. Placing your palms back down onto the mat, bringing your knees back to center. Let's come into a tabletop position. Wrists are right below your shoulders, and knees are right below your hips. Let's go ahead and do some cat-cows, warming up that body. Inhale, belly button closer to the mat. Shoulders come to hug each other, chin lifted to the ceiling. Exhale, coming into a cat, chin to chest, gaze to your belly button. Inhale, coming into cow, opening up that heart center, chin to the ceiling. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cow. Arching that back, gaze to the belly button. Inhale, looking up, cow. Exhale, cat. Arching that back, gaze to the belly button. Coming back to center. Let's take a nice deep inhale in, keeping our knees and our palms where they are, bringing our toes so we come to the top of our toes. Inhale, lifting up that right palm to the ceiling, that right ear to the ceiling, gaze follows, big deep stretch. Exhale, sweeping underneath that left arm, cheek and right shoulder, right cheek come down onto the yoga mat right underneath that left arm. Left arm is in a 90-degree angle. Remembering to breathe, exhale out, inhale in. You can stay here if you would like to come into a little bit of a bind, maybe lifting up that left arm just a little bit to the sky, and then wrapping it around your right ribs, and then bringing your palm to the inside of your thigh, wrapping around that right leg, lifting up that shoulder, that left shoulder, maybe looking up just a little bit here, bounded twist here. Coming back out of that, placing your left palm back onto the mat, slowly coming back out of it, and wrists are right below our shoulders, readjusting here so we're balanced. Let's go ahead and do the other side. So inhale, left arm comes up this time as we prepare, gaze follows. Exhale, sweeping that left arm right underneath that right arm, left shoulder comes onto the yoga mat, and left cheek on the yoga mat. So same thing, you can stay here if you would like to. Maybe your right palm comes up to the ceiling and right palm reaches behind the left ribs. Palm goes to the inside of your thigh, a little bit of a bound here. And then opening up that right shoulder. Maybe your gaze looks up to your right shoulder. And coming back to the mat, right palm to the yoga mat. Inhale, doing a cow, massaging out that spine. Exhale, cat. So let's go ahead and come back into a tabletop, readjusting our palms so wrists are right below our shoulders, opening up that solar plexus here. Inhale, extending that right arm out, left leg behind you. Exhale, right elbow, left knee come to center to touch each other. Inhale, extending out. Exhale, extending in. Inhale, extending out. Going with your breath. Exhale, extending in. Inhale, extending out. Exhale, extending in. Coming back to center. Let's do the other side now. Inhale, so making sure both of our wrists are underneath those shoulders and both knees are right underneath those hips. Inhaling out, left arm comes out, right leg comes out. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, come to center. Inhale, extending out. Exhale, coming back in. Inhale, extending out. Exhale, extending in. Inhale, extending out. Exhale, extending in. Inhale, extending out. Exhale, extending in. Coming back to regular tabletop. Let's go ahead and inhale, coming into a cow, belly button to the mat, chin to ceiling, shoulders held back. Exhale, fully arching that back. Get the most out of that cat. Gaze to the belly button. Coming back to neutral. Let's go ahead and make sure we're in that normal tabletop position. Back up so I have more room. Wrist right underneath those shoulders and knees right underneath those hips. And then knees are hip width apart from each other. Starting to walk out our palms so we come into a nice stretch here. Whew. So our hips remain right above those knees. And then maybe your forehead comes down to the mat. Puppy dog pose. If you would like maybe a deeper stretch, maybe it's your chin that comes to the mat. Coming back into neutral, bringing our palms back to center, so tabletop position again, and then readjusting our palms so our palms are about 1 hand distance away from us, coming to the bottom of our toes, lifting up our hips, downward facing dog. Let's walk out our dog while we're, for our first downward facing dog, lifting one palm, lifting one heel up and then the other heel going back and forth, gaze to your belly button. Looking forward to the front of your yoga mat, stepping, hopping, or jumping to the front of your yoga mat. Taking a nice inhale in, straightening out your spine, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway up. Exhale, forward bend. Bringing your feet so that they are together. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, inhaling up. Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center and then to the sides of the body. Inhale, arms come up. Let's warm up our body. Exhale, let's go ahead and just come into a little bit of a twist here, keeping your hips where they are. Right palm onto that left hip and left palm onto your right hip. Gaze follows and looks to the behind you. Exhale out. Inhale, arms come up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, switching sides. Left palm onto that right hip. Right palm onto that left hip. Gaze looks behind you. Inhale, arms come up, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale, swaying down, forward bend. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, palms to the yoga mat, stepping, hopping, or jumping to the back of the mat. Coming down into Chaturanga. Modified is okay here if you would like to put your knees down, keeping your elbows close to your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Top of the toes, hips are lifted up. Shoulders are held back, hugging each other, chin lifted up, opening up heart center. Exhale, bottom of the toes, gaze to your belly button. And walking out your dog here for just another moment while we take a few more breaths, warm up your body. Bringing your left foot to center as we prepare. Inhale, let's go ahead and lift our right leg up into three-legged dog, keeping those hips parallel. And then if you would like to, maybe stacking your hips, right hip comes on top of that left hip. And maybe if you would like, coming into a full wild thing. Coming back to center, walking up that dog here. Nice little sigh of a release. Sigh of relief here. Gaze to that belly button. Feet are hip distance apart from each other, slightly pointed to each other. Right foot comes to center. Left foot, inhale. Extend that left foot up, three-legged dog. Keeping those hips parallel. And then exhale, if you'd like, maybe stacking your hips. Left hip comes on top of that right one, opening up those hips. And if you would like, maybe a full wild thing here. And then coming back to center, regular downward facing dog. Walk out your dog for just another moment here. Turning your left heel in, and then stepping forward with your right foot out in front of you. Coming into a nice warrior one on the right side of the body. Keeping that leg in front of you at a 90-degree angle. Back leg is a strong back leg. Good. Strengthening, balancing, finding that warrior within you. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, framing that right foot. Stepping back, Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, top of the toes. Coming up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Gaze comes to that belly button. And then let's go ahead and do the other side. So right heel points to center in a 45-degree angle. Stepping forward with that left leg out in front of you. Arms come up, warrior one on the right side of the body, keeping those hips parallel. Left leg is in front of you in a 90-degree angle, strong back leg. Inhale in, exhale, framing that left foot, stepping back, coming back into a plank pose. Staying here in that plank pose. Inhale in. Shoulders right above those wrists. Let's go ahead and come to the side plank here. So placing our weight onto that right palm here, but not too much weight. Left foot comes on top of that right foot, plank pose. Lifting up that arm. Strong core here. If you would like to, you could stay here, but if you would like, maybe your left foot comes to center here. Little bit of a modification. You could stay here. If you would like to come into a bound, maybe your left palm reaches behind you and tries to wrap around that right hip there. Gaze looks up. Coming back to center, downward facing dog. Good job. Gaze looks to that belly button. So we're strengthening, we're balancing, swaying from left to right. Open up that body, the sides of that body. Bringing your hips from right to left. Let's go ahead and do the other side. So coming into a regular plank pose, shoulders right on top of your wrist. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and switch sides so that I can face the camera. But let's go ahead and come into the side plank pose. Left palm comes, placing your weight onto that left palm. Right foot comes on top of that left foot, plank, side plank pose. Our right arm comes up. So you can stay here. If you'd like, maybe you start to bend that right foot, right knee, and then that right foot comes right in front of you in a 90-degree angle, right in front of that left leg. And if you'd like, maybe you come into a bind here. Right arm comes to reach behind you. Right wrist wraps around your left hip here. Strong core, strong plank, strong body. Not too much weight in that wrist. You want to keep a strong core here. Switching sides, or sorry, not switching sides. Placing that right palm onto the yoga mat, downward facing dog. Great job. Let me switch sides once again. Looking forward to the front of your mat. Stepping, hopping, or jumping to the front of your yoga mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway up. Exhale, forward bend. Ragdoll here for just a moment, grabbing onto each elbow, swaying from left to right. Slowly inhaling, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming up, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale, hands to heart center, and then to the sides of your body. Standing tall and strong like a mountain, chin lifted up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute, belly button points and pushes to that imaginary wall in front of you. Fingers are pointed behind you. Exhale, and swaying down, coming into a forward bend. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, framing your feet onto the yoga mat. Inhale in as we prepare halfway up. Exhale, placing the palms onto the mat once again, stepping back with your right leg behind you. And both feet are remained in a pyramid pose. So both toes are pointed to the front of the yoga mat. Inhale, coming halfway up into pyramid pose. Exhale, forward bend, leading with that belly button first, keeping strong legs here. Pyramid pose. Maybe your forehead reaches down for the knees. Inch by inch, starting to come up. There you go. Whew. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale, bring that left foot back. Forward bend. Let's go ahead and walk our palms out to the front of the yoga mat. Downward facing dog, bringing our feet so that they are about hip width apart from each other. Toes are pointed slightly to each other. Downward facing dog. Good, good. Gaze comes to that belly button. And then let's go ahead and prepare, stepping forward with that right leg out in front of you. Straightening out both legs. Inhale, coming halfway up. Feeling that hamstring stretch. Both feet have their toes pointed to the front of the yoga mat. Exhale, leaning with your belly button down first. Strong legs here, strong quadriceps and hamstrings. And then forward bend, forehead to the knees. Looking forward to the front of your yoga mat. Stepping forward to meet with your right foot. Inhale, coming halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward bend. Walking your feet out so that they're about hip width apart from each other. Let's go ahead and come into our ragdoll here, grabbing onto each elbow, swaying from left to right, swaying your neck from left to right. Let that tension go in that neck. Inhale in. Maybe doing a sigh for more of a release. Amazing. Bringing your right palm in front of your feet. And then in center, lifting up that left arm, coming into a little bit of a twist here in your forward bend. Gaze follows and looks to your left fingertips. Switching sides. Left palm to the yoga mat and in center in front of your feet. Lifting up that right arm. Gaze follows and looks up to your right fingertips. Placing that right palm to the mat. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, palms to the yoga mat. Stepping, jumping, or hopping back to the back of your mat. Chaturanga modified is okay here. If you need to put the knees down, elbows close to your wrist. Inhale, top of the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bottom of the toes, gaze to your belly button. And then let's go ahead and drop our knees onto the yoga mat. Crossing the feet behind you and bringing your seat behind your feet. Extending the legs out in front of you. And then coming up and down, lifting one knee up, then the other, massaging out those legs. Let's go ahead and keep that left leg straight, right leg bent, and then the inside of our right foot comes to the inside of our left thigh. Right knee comes down onto the yoga mat, pointing those left toes so they point to the sky. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute, gaze follows. Exhale, leaning first with that belly button. When our belly button can't reach anymore, wrapping our palms around the feet, the shin, or that left foot, the shin or the thigh as far as you can go. Listening to your body. Forehead reaches down to the knee if you would like. Or just looking straight to your belly button wherever you are. Inhaling, coming back up inch by inch, switching sides. Excuse me. Left leg comes comes into a bend, and right leg in front of you in a straight line. Left foot, the bottom of the left foot comes to the inner thigh, and the left knee comes right onto the floor or the yoga mat. Inhale, arms coming up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, leaning first with your belly button. When your belly button can't reach anymore, putting your hands onto your thighs, shins, ankles, or feet. And then once you're here, maybe your forehead comes down to your knee. Inch by inch, starting to come back up for support, bringing the bottoms of your feet to come to touch each other. Butterfly pose, bounded triangle pose, wrapping your palms around your big feet, butterflying your knees up and down, straightening out that spine. While you're here, just starting to circle your neck, massaging out that neck. Remembering to breathe. Inhale when you go up, exhale when you go down. Inhale, back of the neck. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder, chin to chest. Inhale, right shoulder to right knee, ear. Inhale to the back. And then exhale, left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest. Inhale, let's switch sides. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder, back of the neck. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder, back of the neck. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest. And then coming back and extending our legs out in front of us, placing our palms to the sides of your body. Fingertips are meeting right where our hips are, so our palms are about 1 hand distance away from our body. Lifting up our hips, pointing those toes. Inhale up, belly button to the sky. Gaze looks up, reversed plank. Strong core. Exhale, slowly lowering those hips down. Placing your back onto the mat. And let's go ahead and come into a happy baby. Peace fingers wrap around your big toes. Elbows to the insides of your knees, rocking from left to right like a happy baby. There you go. Massaging out that spine, that lower back. placing your feet down onto the yoga mat, extending your legs out, and then coming to the forearms of our body so that our elbows are right underneath our shoulders, pointing those toes. Inhale, heart center comes up, opening up that heart center, imagining the color green flowing through your body, the color of the love chakra. Exhale down. Inhale, heart comes up, opening up heart center. Exhale down. Nice. Opening up some chakras here. Opening up heart center. Chin lifts up. Inhale in. Exhale, releasing down onto the yoga mat. Making any last movements that you would like to make. Maybe rolling your wrist. Paying attention to those wrists here. Stretching out your hands, your fingers. Maybe a nice little full body stretch here. Maybe a twist if you would like that. And then just coming into a shavasana once you feel ready. Feet to the outer edges of your yoga mat. Once you're in shavasana, palms to the outer edge of the yoga mat. Palms are facing up to the universe, to the sky. Closing your eyes, not controlling your breath, but first let's go ahead and take a deep inhale in. Lengthen that deep inhale. Exhale out. Lengthen your exhale. And then let's just regulate our breath, not controlling it. Allow your body to be completely heavy here, surrendering to the now. Releasing all tension in your body, remaining in stillness. Repeating to yourself, I am exactly where I need to be right now. I send thanks for all that I am at this moment. I love myself exactly the way I am right now. Everything happens for a reason. Releasing tension in your fingers, arms, shoulders, neck, jaw, tongue, eyebrows, legs, belly, feet, visiting your happy place, if you would like to, your peace place. Rolling over to the right side of your body gently with your eyes still closed. Giving yourself a nice big hug. Arms around your knees. A moment of gratitude here. Thank your body for bringing you through your practice and anything else you're going to be grateful for. With your eyes still closed, slowly and gently starting to come back up. Straightening out that spine, easy meditation pose, easy pose. Holding those shoulders back, chin lifted up, straightening out that spine. Taking a deep inhale in, join me for the closing prayer. Om Shanti. Inhaling through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing your palms to heart center. Namaste. Peace, peace, peace. The light within me sees the light within you. Thank you so much for joining today, and I can't wait to see you again tomorrow.